All right, hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. You know the deal. We are so back. We are here. We are ready to terraform the planet in 12 generations, and we have to get 63 TR while we're at it, and over 100 points. But by God, we'd love to go for even more. We have some energy to start the game. Anything interesting in our starting hand here? No, you know, you could start with some metals. There's the terraforming contract if you get up to 25. But honestly, just given the corpse selection, the preludes, and we're not gonna play that run. It would just be a boring run of standard projects playing it. No. Let's try this again and see if there's any kind of combo synergy, something to make it interesting. Trading colony, instantly better than the last round. Electro catapult, very, very strong. $7 for excess production, and we could have excess production. Nitrogen rich, if you could pair it with some wild tags. Earth office, I mean, like, chef's kiss. Even equatorial magnetizer could really... It's typically bad to play this, but if you do just want to get the highest TR possible, energy into TR sounds good. It's just really expensive to keep funding this energy, and it slows down your heat, because any excess energy would have been heat and allowed you to continue. But even the Stratopolis forced precipitation combo is like insane. It's like it's a Venus bump per thing, and then you get the trading colony involved. I mean, there's a lot to love here. You probably just take as much energy as possible. You definitely want floaters, titanium. Plants or heat is always a hard one. I kind of like plants. I mean, look, I like heat because it gets you over the early hump. I like plants because it helps you in the end game. Getting over the early hump is probably better in that context. The early hump being these two bonus heat productions. This is all kind of nothing. So what do we want? We want electro catapult. We want a trading colony. Nitrogen rich, I kind of have to let it die because there's no reason to use it. Earth office for later. Energy to backfill the energy I'm going to be using. And then equatorial magnetizer would get us to the 63 TR very easily. I'm not sure that it's the right decision, which is making me hesitate. So I think we don't... Oh, also, one sec. Am I picking the right company? I think I'm picking the right company. Another prelude here, plus the science discount if we ever were to find science cards. There's just too much upside on Valley Trust to consider the other companies, even if they had some level of synergy. This is the question. To or to not? I think you go lean. And then we have lots of good things to do with our time. Oh, wow. So the plant, income, card draw, and science is all interesting because I need a second science tag. 2 science tags, that is, to get to Stratopolis. And I could just sell the plant instead of selling steel. So this, you could think of it as good as a steel income this early. 2 oceans I'm sleeping on. Allied Bank is just good money production. It's so solid. Not to mention it's an earth tag, so it could synergize with some income down the line. Because this one comes with card draw, I'm going to pick it. We got some Jovian stuff that I don't really care about, and a protected Habs, which is a pretty big miss. But that is what it is. We sell the steel, and we have to get our energy income back up. Now this gets us to -4 income. That's kind of tricky, but again, we can sell a plant for $7 and get ourselves back in, and then we can do some trading with the colonies. Grabbing any cards here is really a challenge because my colony card is expensive. Yeah, so because the trading colony costs 18, I can only buy 1 card. I like this one, I like this one, and I like this one, but instead I'm going to go with the cheap $1 science. Yeah, I mean, it's not that exciting, it's the least exciting, but it guarantees that I can play the rest of my combo when we get there. I don't mind selling some steel or some plants plants oversteal this early. Then trading colony gets me some titanium back. And then for 3 energy, we can go and pick up 2 titanium plus 1 from the colony. So 3 titanium every turn. So this is effectively 3 titanium income, which we like. Again, I don't have an earth thing or a science thing in play, but with 6 titanium, something like methane from Titan all of a sudden is like very playable. So in fact, we might even want to put up the oxygen to make sure we hit that requirement, just in case we don't find something that's worth doing with our titanium. Meat industry, now I feel very strangely about my decisions up until this point, because I could have had animals for every plant and animal tag, and that would have gone insane. Tectonic stress, I'm looking at you as well. What is a challenge is my lack of money. I only have $9. $9 is a very, very shallow pool to pull from. Again, I could grab some plants. Let me grab the science. Does that make it so that my... For some reason I thought I might have enough for tectonic stress, but I don't. So now we trade for more titanium. I have almost $40 worth of it. And that means that next turn I'll be able to play methane from Titan. And if I can hit any income or combos, we're good. Otherwise, my energy can keep going up. I mean, we just need a turn where we get offered something either very interesting or nothing interesting, so I don't feel the need to buy any cards. A colony is good, and something that uses steel is good. This will use my titanium, and I will like it, and it will get us an ocean. Decomposers is interesting, but we're going to skip on that. And yeah. What comes first? The ice moon. Onto here. Love it. Now, my big question for myself here is whether or not I want more titanium this turn or some plants. Because I don't have the Molehole Lake, I'm gonna go over here and just grab more titanium. If I had the Molehole Lake playable, I'd have enough plants for a greenery for the card spot. Because I don't, I just grab the titanium and turn around and then boom, boom, boom. Methane from Titan. Now 4 plant income. Pretty meaningful. And we can pair that on top of this tectonic stress for our 6 steel. I know I wanted the Molehole Lake, but like, this is coming together. This is something. We're still at -4 income, which is pretty painful. But who knows? Something could come out of this. Let me get one more ocean here, just so I have the double adjacency set up. I cannot go for these. I really want sulfur because it's points, it's cards draw, it's gonna work with the Venus tags. I have a Venus multiplier, but I just can't. I need to take nothing because I have very low income. Now, I can get the Molehole Lake. And you know, I should have taken the Sub-Zero Salt Fish. I have meat industry. What was I thinking? So I can go here, and then I can trade for plants. This is going to get us 1,000,000,000 billion plants. Well, a slight over-exaggeration, but, you know, it feels good. And then the big question for me now is to get 1 greenery or 2. Because if I put the greenery here and go up, I'll have access to the cards in the future, but not this gen. Which is a decent trade-off. I'll have a little bit less money, but getting the TR early, getting the pickups, I mean, it kind of works out. Now, just so I don't screw this up in the future, let me play both these cards so I don't have a situation where they're unplayable. And I could search for life, but I usually will end up just killing the cards that I want to keep. Let's keep going. We have enough heat that we're ready to go next gen for this heat bump, so we can push Venus. Or actually, I should have pushed, so I could have pushed heat there, so that we were ready for the next one. But honestly, we're going to be good every gen. I'm gonna have titanium, so I may as well take a deuterium export thing. Fray biodomes with animals will make sense. Getting TR makes sense, but honestly, we gotta skip all that. The cartel at least is some straight money income, which we sure as hell do need. I'm gonna start selling steel, transitioning away. Even though steel's worth extra for us because of our advanced alloys, we just can't quite get it. Honestly, this is a great turn for us to trade once again for plants, and that placement is going to give us $4 back. So if I'm not playing deuterium export this turn, that's fine. Magnetic shield dome in the future might make sense. If we have excess... if we have excess stuff. The thing I'm multiplying in my mind now, though, is it worth selling 3 cards to play both of these? I wouldn't get to play Cartel this turn, but I would set myself up for some really good Venus bumping. Perhaps I just play the Cartel and the City. It's pretty expensive, but it's okay. I can put the floaters on itself for now. If I get other floater cards, I can always synergize differently. For now, we need to push Venus. More energy could be nice. More steel could be great. I think we just take that. Cloud seeding, honestly, could make a big difference as well. But I just don't have cash. I don't have, like, money to do projects that aren't metal reliant. So here, we get this precipitation, and then boom, Venus is going up once per gen for the rest of the game. Thermal files can also help us there and push up Venus for the rest of the game. If I trade, this is a good moment to go and get a bunch of titanium worth lots of money. Slight overpay here means that we'll get energy coming in. So tap there for the microbes, tap here for the energy floaters. This here can enhance, so at least our mole lake is getting some value. And a little bit of steel there. And honestly, let me just put a steel into the meat industry. I don't know that I'll ever get an animal card, but I don't want to miss out on getting extra money. And yeah, this is a chance to probably get a little bit more help on the heat. I want to play the oceans myself because they have bonuses. I want these Venus bumps. This is a great turn to go and pick up more titanium and get a bunch of those Venus bumps coming through. So again, 3 energy for 3 titanium, all of which is worth 4 a pop. This one has a requirement, so let's make sure we play it before we exceed that. Sponsored Academies. Again, this card for some reason doesn't have a point on it, and it does in the real version. I really should put in a bug report on that. It's been a problem for long enough that people just don't know. They just don't know. And then they gaslight me, but I'm like, bro, I literally played Terraforming Mars for my birthday recently, and I can guarantee you it's there. Let's get some more card draw, perhaps. Let's get, I mean, I'm $19 for once. I feel like I'm rich. We need forced precipitation. We can get more microbes. Boom, baby, Venus is going up. Then boom, baby, Venus is going up. I mean, it's happening, right? I might just grab this plant in titanium. These spots here that have double ocean adjacencies, I'm thinking of playing the like, if I am going to play a magnetic field dome, if I am going to play a great dam, like, that's where I would put it. You get more energy here. That energy has been turning into heat, which is the only reason I'm hesitant to play this. We have been liking getting that extra heat, but at the same time, It's a really good pickup position. So sure, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Who needs energy? We sure don't. Alright, we need to get ocean cards real soon. Ocean cards would be lovely. I don't mind the government helping us out on the heat for a moment here, but we need things. We get money back on events now. Archaea Bacteria is unplayable. Media Archive feels like it will be worth something, but we're only at one event right now, so it's probably not even worth picking up. Conscription, though, can really force some terraforming, which we like. Let's conscript this Venus card. Get some more plant income on the way. Get some Venus pushing along. And then, what do you know? With that and this, we have lots of microbes and lots of floaters. So Venus is going up 2 steps every turn. And that basically locks it down. I'm going to have to do a standard project aquifer just to keep our game moving. We probably get a lot from trading with our plants now. Also, one of these days I might even trade floaters. The floaters aren't that needed right now because we're mostly just using them to get energy, and then the terraforming of Venus is happening. But we could dump a whole bunch on Stratopolis here for some points. It's not super efficient because it's only one for every 3. This card, awkwardly enough, must be placed between 2 oceans, right? This says 1 ocean. Okay. For some reason I thought it was 2 oceans. There are cards that are fan cards that require 2 oceans, perhaps, that I was thinking of here. What do we want? I don't even know that I need Comet for Venus. I could buy some cities, I could buy some oceans. But I think I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna sit here on our cash. $23 is quite a bit to bring into the next round, but I need those oceans, you know? And again, I'm taking heat support over anything else, which is just crazy. It's never how we play. But this is awesome. Lots of TR, heat support, use of our titanium, trading for titanium, money from our microbes, plus money right now, our plants right now. I mean, what an awesome little draft we just had. Keep selling our steel. Trade here, so we're going all the way to 4. So that's 3 energy for 5. Works for me. So we get money back on events. So that is a very profitable investment. Go grab the TR as well, just because we're here. We continue to precipitate on the planet. We're getting money for placing microbes. So the question is whether or not I should be placing microbes on that Venus card. At this point, I almost don't need to. Could even Freya Biodomes. So again, we have meat industry in play. Not that we've used it, but we would like to use it. So ocean. What a sad couple of standard projects, but it is what it is. We can go grab more energy. Just put it off this one. Get some access to more plants. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like clicking like crazy, but nothing's really jumping out as like the thing to do with our time. I could just throw a quick greenery over here. And I guess one more ocean. Now if I get a double ocean card, I'll be somewhat disappointed, just because this requires 13%. Wow. Because now I only need 1 ocean, right? I'll get 1 from the heat track. So it's quite the situation. I'd like the oxygen to be 1 step higher just to make sure I get the birds. Venusian, floaters. I mean, none of this really matters. They're not like we had some good card draw, and now we're having some meh. card draw. You know, the deck giveth as fast as the deck taketh away. I do need to do some standard project heat bumps here. 1, 2, just to keep this on track, get us the free ocean, that gets us the oxygen to get the bird. I would rather have had stratospheric birds, but at least birds gives me something to do with Molehole for animals. So not only 1-point animals, but 1-point animals that give us money back. So we're a big fan of that. Here, we can get floaters on any card, but we're actually going to pick Stratopolis now. Try and keep that card on breakpoints. And then Thermophiles can load itself up. So that one's ready to go for a bump next gen. Force Precipitation next gen finishes Venus. We have the plants that we need. So all we need is an ocean and a little bit of heat. We can trade. Again, this is the penultimate turn, but how do you not take an advanced alloyed titanium, right? I don't need Venusian plants. Did I buy this or did I just get given it? Either way, I guess I could get a point on Stratopolis floaters instead of loading up the precipitation card next gen. As much as I could use the titanium on the Ganymede colony. Alright, well, let's Aquifer one more time. Last ocean. Snow algae. Not anything to write home about. Yeah, gee, I don't know. I'll buy a heat bump. I was thinking about buying City. I was thinking about buying the Last Greenery. I landed on a single heat bump just to hedge. We get one from the government, and now if we get a double, that's great. If not, it is what it is. In fact, we did get a double. It's not bad, and this isn't bad either. We have the energy. So, Venus bump. 2 heat bumps. I already have the heat bumps. It's funny though, because playing the Jovian, even though I don't need it, it's still 2 floaters, right? It's still a point, and then it's also another enhanced point if I play Ganymede. This one I wanted to play because it was a point and a bump. This one is a point and a bump and a Jovian and 2 floaters, so I don't know. It's all kind of fine. The question really is, do we get more value out of, what is this, like $16 worth of titanium, or like, what is it, 7 plants? Definitely the 7 plants, right? Because then you build a city in a good spot, perhaps? Again, I could get the Venus bump for free. So it's really just a question of like spending $20 to get, this is like 3 points, right? Like 1 for the Jovian, 1 for the point, 1 for the floaters-ish. Is that better than just buying a 3-point city? You know, like, to me, the 3-point city is looking mighty fine. Freya Biodomes could be played just for the sake of it. That at least has 2 points on it. The microbes are not worth any points. I don't know. I'm going to do all these clicks real quick. And see, like, we have the money. Even this, right? But no, you want the extra point. I think we do the Venusian plants over Atmos Scoop. It's just like $10 cheaper, especially when you consider the Venus. And it's only one bump, which is all that we need. Which is not actually a positive, right? They're both the same in terms of being one bump. But the reason it makes sense is because the 2 extra floaters won't matter, because I can't trade with the floater colony, and buying a colony there is a breakpoint anyway. So this way I just get my 2, and then I get 1, and now these 2 floaters don't matter unless I had another way of getting floaters, which I don't. So the last bump here, that's fine. We buy a city. We're not going to be able to get an extra greenery, basically. But a couple of 3-point cities is fine. With $22 left, what do you do? Do you Freya biodomes? Do you sell everything and buy a 2-point city? Do you... what do you do? I mean, a 2-point city is the same as Freya biodomes. So not very much. I think you just do it. You get the microbes. The microbes gives you the $2 back. Then you sell all this crap. And you know what? A snow algae. I don't know that it matters. It almost certainly does not. But whatever. We search for life and we don't find it. 69 TR. Always a pleasure. Grabbing 2 plants here does not get us to the next greenery breakpoint. So yeah, cities, very weak. Points on cards, moderate. TR, really strong, actually. So yeah, there you go. 12 generations, a full terraform of the planet, 63 TR more, and over 100 points. Nothing too special. We had a couple rounds in a row where card draw was strong, and we were happy. And then immediately that was followed by, none of this really does anything for us. We already have Venus terraformed. You know, like a lot of mediocre, not very helpful cards. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.